What is up, everybody? This is your boy Mr. Product Reviews, and this will be my first review for the year 2019. So happy belated New Year. Today I am going to do a quick review on basically this game that I've been playing, Hawk Freedom Squadron. So recently they launched this event called the Time is Matter event, and through opening chests, you have a random chance of getting the Sentinel plane. And the Sentinel plane, in my opinion, is really good for the contest run, so that you can get the Arcadia plane. Let's just dive right into kind of like what this Sentinel plane does, what kind of attribute does it have. And as you can see, I already maxed out the Sentinel plane here. So first things first, superpower is it basically creates a devastating aura around the plane for 6 seconds, and it activates an additional weapon. So how that really works, it works very similar to the defender superpower in a way that you are invincible for defender it's 3 seconds. For the sentinel is actually a whole 6 seconds. So that basically doubles that in terms of your superpower. And so towards the end of this superpower, what happens is the sentinel will fire these kind of like firebirds, if you will, out, which I will show you in my demo. So basically, you will have this aura, so you're invincible. So it's advantageous for you to just bash around various planes on the screen. And then once it gets close to the end, it will shoot these little kind of like firebirds that comes out, and then that pretty much ends the Sentinel's superpower. Let's just kind of go through real quick what other attributes Sentinel has. You increase your score by 21%. This is mainly for contest run. I mean, if you're not doing contest run, there's really no point, right? That's what it's good for. And this is probably pretty huge, right? It neutralizes 2 hits on a plane without resetting the multiplier or taking damage. So for example, what's really cool is it stacks with your items as well. So for example, I have this item here where I basically have a shield, so it stacks with the balance attribute, I believe. So basically, you could take 2 hits, right, from this attribute, and then you could take an additional hit because of your force field. So basically, you could take up to 3 hits without resetting your multiplier. This is based on a preliminary testing, so I could be wrong, and if so, please correct me in the comments section. I know there's a lot of talented Hawk Squadron player out there, so please correct me if I'm wrong. But based on my preliminary testing, it seems like the shields do stack. So next thing, upgraded counter strike, and this is pretty standard for most of these plane at the higher end of the level. Basically, it launches kind of like a semi superpower. And in terms of this superpower, what that really is what happens is when you get hit, and it would kind of creates this kind of like this firebird after image, and then this image kind of stays there for maybe a second or 2. And what's really nice is that acts as a shield, so you could actually move behind it so that that after image will absorb all the attack. It's harder to explain in words. So I think it will make a lot of sense when I show you the demo. Next thing is force field. Again, this is one of those items. One of these attributes that most of the other plane has. So I think most of you would know what that is if you have a higher end level plane, and then you get double rewards for assault. So which is nice, right? So if you have, for example, I have the Alchemist, which is double reward for assault, and I have where's my Raiden? And I have Raiden here, that's also double reward, and now I have Sentinel, that's double reward. So basically, if I play the last three stages in assault using those plane, I maximize my assault reward. So pretty nice. So like I say though, this plane is really, really good for if you're trying to get the Arcadia. And if you're not interested in getting the plane Arcadia, I would say don't bother spending real money on trying to get this plane. I mean, if you get it through the random draw, great. But in terms of spending real money on it, unless you want to try to get Arcadia, there's really no point for you to get this plane. Like still my favorite is still Gambit. To be my favorite, and I really should make I promise you guys that I'll make a video on it, so I would definitely try to do so soon on that. So again, back to Sentinel. So we went through the attribute, we kind of like went through like why shoot you, and why why should you not try to get this plane. So I think the next thing is let's just go ahead and play a stage to show you what this plane is like. So I'm gonna go to my all-time favorite stage. I've played this stage way too many times. Stage 123. This is a stage that's great. I actually made a separate video. Let me just let's not do multiplayer. Just do solo. I made a video regarding this stage for best place to grind. And so so here we go. Here's Arcadia right here. And so it has this little pendulum. It swings, and what's nice about that pendulum, it actually destroys bullets on this when it touches it. So you see that little bird right there? That's the counter strike ability. So let me do that again if I can. All right, let's see that. You see that? So that bird, I mean, there's no bullets, but like that bird will protect you from bullets. So yeah, I'm not sure you saw that, but it just destroys some bullets for me. Let me try to trigger another time if I can. Let's see. Okay, there you go. See, you see that missile that got destroyed from the after image? So that's the counter ability for this plane. So now let's look at the superpower. So I'm going to turn this on. So you see it, everything turns dark. You see a little clock thing going on, and you see how things just gets destroyed around me. And then it fires these little birds. You see the birds? So this is the end of your ability. It fires those birds. So let's do it again. So I'm gonna turn this on, and then destroys the plane, yada yada yada, and it's coming to your end. So like, watch the birds. See the birds? Yeah. It does okay damage. Not as much in my opinion like the Gambit missiles that they have in his counter. It does okay damage. I mean, it's better than regular damage for sure, but it's okay. I mean, I wouldn't say it's like the bomb, like the best. But it does do some damage. So yeah, so you see this is basically all in all quick demo of the Sentinel. And I think the last thing that I wanted to talk about is basically, if say like I mentioned before, if you want to try to get the Arcadia, then this plane is probably a good choice for you. So if that's the route that you're going, then and this is the tips that I would give you guys is you have two ways, right, to buy chests. So you could buy one at a time, or you could buy 10 at a time. And when you buy 10 at a time, you guarantee 2 cards for the Sentinel. The Sentinel plane takes 120 cards to unlock. So that's better than nothing, right? So I actually went ahead and spent some real money on trying to get this plane, and it took me, and this is my experience, and and because the chests are random, it's going to be a little bit different for everybody. For me, it cost me about $40 in crystals for me to get the Sentinel plane. You might be able to get it way cheaper, right? If you get lucky and you happen to get the card that unlocks the plane, congratulations. I did not have that luck this time around, so I decided to just bite the bullet and bought a whole bunch of crystals, and turned out it was about $40 on my end to unlock this plane. You might, like I said, you might be able to get it cheaper, but I would definitely recommend that you do 10 cards at a time, 10 chests at a time, I'm sorry, because then you're at least guaranteed 2 cards, right, for every time you unlock, versus if you just do 1 chest at a time, you're not going to get that bonus, even if you do, 10 consecutive time, right? And also, the chest unlocks, you get 1 free chest every 6 hours. So it's every 6 hours the moment you open the chest. So, time your schedule accordingly if you want to maximize the amount of chests you want to open. But you get 4 free chests per day as well. Let's see, what else did I miss? I think that's about it. I don't think there's anything that I might need to go over. Oh, and of course, if you unlock the plane, you get to get the Sentinel avatar for your profile. So that's that's pretty standard, right, for some of these planes that you unlock. I don't think there's anything else. So I'm gonna cut this one here, and if you find this video helpful, please do like, comment, and definitely please subscribe to my channel. It would mean a lot to me. So already, Mr. Product Reviews out.